Hello, this is teddygaming and welcome back to another preview on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles tmnt The Salmon Adventures RW Endless Summer. Yeah, I won't lie, I've had a few attempts at making an intro. I did not expect it to be that hard. Okay, let's get into this one. So yeah, I must admit, this one's going to be pretty interesting just because this is a one-shot issue which I must admit I'm somewhat curious about, just because with this universe and how they've been doing the comics, I am really interested in this. Not to mention that this is also a crossover, so that's also going to be like really intrigued by it all. Okay, yeah, so let's go into this one. Okay, so first start off with Turtles out on patrol. We jump down from the buildings, and that's when they encounter the Foot. And here they're still in some trainers and stuff like that. And Donatello makes some jokes, and Raphael tells him to stop. And Turtles do go in to have a fight with them. And then that's when Michelangelo doesn't actually make any jokes. He actually just sighs and says, "Yeah," which, that's not like Mikey. So then going into the next bit, we do get to see the Turtles. They finally finished off the Foot Clan, and they're talking about it on the way home, basically about how basically like the pizza is a good tree and stuff like that, and they have a duty to protect the city. And Mikey's a little bit bummed out by all this, just because he wants to do stuff and stuff like that. So then going into the next bit, he comes home and he basically like vents about it, saying how he's like really angry that basically everyone in New York, they can go out in the sunshine, have fun, stuff like that. They can have pizza and slushies and stuff like that. However, Turtle can only go out during the night. And yeah, I can't deny it. I somewhat agree with Mikey. So after that, we do get to see the Turtles eating pizza and just talking about stuff. However, Mikey's not eating pizza. So then going into the next bit, we do get to see Mikey, and he says that he doesn't want to eat pizza, he'd rather have a salad. And all the Turtles go insane about this, just because, it's Mikey, and he normally eats pizza. And so yeah, that's pretty much like the setup for this whole issue. And in this issue, they're supposed to be going to a theme park or something like that, so it's going to be interesting to see how everything all plays out. Another thing with this whole preview so far, I like the colours in this one. The shading on this one reminds me of a few childhood books which we read, and oh boy, this looks like it's going to be a great issue. Okay, so going into the description, it is, do you wish summer could last forever? Well, at IDW, it can. We're bringing you an endless summer with everyone's favourite characters in 4 unique one-shots. Having just defeated another foe, the tmnt notices that Michelangelo seems down about something. After confessing he feels cooped inside while everyone else enjoys the NYC summer, his brothers comes up with an idea. Visit their favourite theme park at Concrete Island for the day of fun and roller coasters. The park is even having a themed costume day, so the Turtles can go in incognito. But when Leonardo notices something suspicious about the park, about the park staffers, things take a turn for the worse. Can the Turtles save the end of Summer Bash, or will the baddies kill the good vibes? God, that was a really long mouthful. But yeah, going into the next bit, we do have the covers, and they're interesting to say the very least. So we do first start off with this one where we do get to see the Turtles. They're at the theme park, and I don't really have anything to really say about this one. It's there, I want to say. I don't really know what to really say about this one. It's just there. There's not really too much I can really say about it. It's just the Turtles just jumping down and not really doing anything really. I wish I could say a lot more about this one, just because I want to, but I don't really know what to really say. It's just there, and something you expect the Turtles to do. Yeah. So then going into the next one, and this one gets really interesting, just because this is cover B, and yeah, this one's taking things to the next level, because this one, we do get to see the Turtles at the beach, and Leonardo's has a crab on his foot. Pretty interesting. And the funny thing about this one is the fact that this one is connecting with the other crossover ones in this one. We've got it with My Little Ponies, Dungeons and Dragons, and Sonic the Hedgehog. And yeah, I don't really know what to really say about this one, just because, like, on the one hand, it's interestingly great how great this is, and just with these characters, you would not expect it to be with this, and you don't expect the Turtles to be crossed over with My Little Ponies or Sonic and stuff like that. But on the other hand, it's just so great that it's happening, but at the same time, it's just really these characters and this situation and stuff like this, and it's happening like this. I don't really know what to really say about it. And that being said, because of this like somewhat crossover, somewhat not, I do have to like wonder about it. Is that I hope that in like there's a backup story where the Turtles like meet up with some of these other characters and do some fun interacting things. I do hope that, but at the same time, I know what IW is like, and they're not going to do anything like that. But I hope they do, because they presented us with something really cool and really unique, and it'll just be so fun to see like Mikey interact with like a Mario Pony character with like Sonic and whatever the Dungeons and Dragons characters are called. You know, I feel like there's it could be so interesting to see what they could be doing, but it is IW, so you know what to expect really. And yeah, so then going into the next bit, we do have the 110 variant, and yeah, unfortunately it's a black and white one, and I won't lie, I feel like this should have been like the 125, because the 125 I will be showing in just a second is a lot more interesting. Now, again, I've been complaining for quite a while now about these black and white ones where they don't really feel unique or special or anything like that, and like, if you do like these covers, then cool, good for you, but I feel like they should be more rare or something like that and give us something new, because I'm much rather like a new cover instead of a black and white one, but you know, the price is like double the price. But it is what it is, but it's just so annoying that we're getting one of these ones for 110 variants. I really wish they would have done the 125 as the 110, but yeah, it's just, it's just so annoying. And like I've been saying, like with the like cover A, there's not really too much I can really say about it. It's just there is the total stuff which you expect to happen and stuff like that, and yeah, I can't really say much more than that. It's without the colours, it doesn't improve things. I would argue it make things worse, but here we are. So then for the 125, which I really wish that this was the 110, we do get to see the Turtles at the theme park, and they're fighting Krang, and I just, so many questions. Why wasn't this the 110? Oh god. But other than that, this one is pretty interesting. I won't lie, it's actually a really cool cover. I do like the art style. I don't know what to really say of it. It's just, you can tell that it is like 87 Turtles, but at the same time with its own unique art style, which I do think like that's what makes it stand out quite a bit. Just because I know that with other covers and other artists, they do try to replicate the art style quite a bit, and to some extent they do succeed, but with this one, they know what they want to do, and they've done it in their style, and I think it's just great. Yeah, I can't say much more than that. It's just there, it's great, and why wasn't this a 110? That's all I've got to say about that. So then we do have the exclusive one to, I think it's a comic shop or something like that, or maybe it might be a convention one. I'm not entirely too sure, but we do get to see the Turtles on a roller coaster. And with this one, again, I don't really know what to really say about it. It's just because we do get to see the Turtles' faces. Yeah, what do I really say about this one? It's there, it's interesting, it's great, but not really much is really happening. But it really suits the whole summer theme and the theme park and stuff like that, which I will give them credit for. It's decent enough. The art style, I think it's just more the faces that like really put me off of this whole cover, but I know that like, it's intentional to be like that. So on one hand, it's doing its job, but on the other hand, not so good. But yeah, I must admit, overall, I do feel like this one is my favourite one, just because it really does like resemble the like Turtle cartoon the most and is the most interesting. Not to mention that it is combined with this one, which, yeah, I don't really know what to really say about it. It's just there, it's interesting. What is really happening with this crossover? Oh god, it's going to be an interesting one to read. But yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. I'm quite interested to hear what you say about this in the comment section below. Are you looking forward to this issue? Are you not? Are you looking forward to a maybe potential crossover? Yeah, but yeah, that's going to be it for today, guys. If you do something, please share. Let's just grab another stuff. Goodbye, yo, bye.